Hi, Dmitry. How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's your week going so far?
It's it's going well. You know, just hanging in there.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm glad that you're able to join me. Okay, so let's start before before I just start rambling. So thank you for coming on the Incommensurable podcast. I'm happy to have you here because when Abdul was telling me about your mind.pet game, I was so intrigued because he was telling me about it, and immediately I saw like miles down the road the future for your product. And that was why when I emailed you, I asked you if you have a patent for it, because I'm pretty sure that when your company grows and the game grows, people are going to want to take that idea and just run with it. So before we start, tell me a little bit about your product.
hmm Yeah, it's very nice to meet you. I'm really glad being here, and it's really nice that you met Abdul. So it's kind of like good serendipity.
Yeah.
I liked your YouTube channel. I
Oh,
watched
thank you.
it. It's very cool.
Mhm.
So the idea behind the product is basically to bridge the gap in between young people who play games and like all
Mhm.
of us, young, I mean like from like 12 to like 40, 50 or like whatever.
Mhm.
And basically just introduce self-care methods and tools to gamers through like a native gaming language, which is playing a game.
Yes. Yes. I started researching like the gaming industry. It's pretty huge. And you have people all the way in their 70s playing this game. They sit in their computers and they're just playing a game. So I thought it was very, very interesting that you're trying to instill, a little bit of consciousness in there because some people, I saw a clip recently that someone just woke up from their bed and literally sat next to the computer right there and played a game all day, and people are making money off of it. So being able to instill some type of consciousness, I think, is very, very important because people get lost in, this virtual world that they're living in. They fail to connect to reality. So adding sort of like meditation, I did test the game actually. And I'm trying not to get addicted to it because I already play Candy Crush. That way it could get addicted as well. I hope that they could put like a little bit of meditation time in there. So
Yeah,
what do you see for your product? Do you see it ever competing with games like Fortnite, I think they call it, or is it Minecraft?
there's a lot of them. Yeah, Minecraft, Fortnite. I like how you said that that you hope it's not going to get addictive, and it's
Mm-hmm.
actually not going to get addictive. But the idea is that uh, most of the games are not just like addictive. They're basically like just spark some like chemical soup in your brain, like on
Mm-hmm.
this like animal level of like bright colors, like clicking stuff and like
Yo.
hearing the sounds like, and it's very stimulating. So we're trying to create something that's like that you use on a daily basis, but it's like not stimulating you like too much to like and it's just like providing you some methods and tools how you can feel better, and just like gives you advice on your sleep and on your schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Mm-hmm.
still a game. You can like customize your character, you can play with your friends and do some sort
Mm-hmm.
of stuff. I mean, it's an experiment. It's very hard to predict what exactly we're going to build, because
Mm-hmm.
there are like a lot of people who work in it, and everyone has their own like vision
Mm-hmm.
for what it is. And also it depends on how user is gonna like perceive it, sometimes you when you launch an app or a game or something, you start getting your first users, they can be like, oh no, we don't like this idea. You should have like something specific that works in this game
Yeah.
we like about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. So you guys are taking into account the effects of the coloring, the voices, the effect on it in the psychedelic mind. You're trying to get people to tune in to what's going on in their mind while they're taking a break playing the game. So can you walk me through that process? Are you working with particularly psychologists that guide you with these, or are you just going through research?
That's a really good question. Basically, I started working in this kind of sort of like mental health, I would say, app category. I guess
Mm-hmm.
in 2016, I was working for a startup here in San Francisco, and they were working on a chatbot for
Mm-hmm.
just like for like a friendly conversation and or for emotional support. And it was a big need from young people and from like all kinds of people for apps and products that can help you feel better. And that's where Headspace became popular. It was like 2000,
Um,
and then all
mm-hmm.
those meditation apps emerged. So I've been following this industry for a while, and I also was always like into psychology myself. I read a lot of books about psychology. I went through
Mm-hmm.
therapy myself a couple times when I moved to the US like 5 years ago. I
Mm-hmm.
realized that I needed an English speaking therapist to try to ask him questions about like um, yeah, about some things like in English, because that's not my native language. And I also discovered meditation for myself, and I think it's whatever tools there are present right now, and whatever new tools are being invented by lots of creators around the world. I think just any tool is good if you have an intention to change, and or if you have an intention like to feel better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because,
Yes.
because we're drinking like a lot of caffeine, working every day, or like you're just like in your like like a tunnel of like um, stress, or just going through things. It's always nice to have the internet technologies pushing you back to being
Mm-hmm.
aware, being human, being like
Mm-hmm. Yes.
yeah.
So what would you say a common stressor is for gamers?
Hmm. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess screen time.
Screen time. Yeah, it can stress the eyes and
The narrative, it's like entertainment. It's just like Netflix, you go there and
mm-hmm.
like just lots of like random stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm glad that you're trying to inject this type of consciousness and for people to be able to break away. And you're doing it strategically, which is great.
What we're trying to create is not an antidote to entertainment. It's like
Okay.
an entertainment it's trying to uh, that's trying to like push you away from the computer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like so the antidote process of well, how did you identify that there's a need for this? I think that's crucial as well.
Hmm. Uh, I ran a few surveys among some friends on the internet that I had,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the people have a need or some sort of like a urge to change something in their like lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and everyone is getting like I think more and more self-conscious, and when we use so much of like social media products and internet, so
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like natural. It's like a natural need for everyone from like school kids to like people like me and you, like older.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
what about
definitely. The
you?
world is becoming more self-conscious. Well, I would say it's half and half. Some people are becoming more self-conscious and some people just don't care. Of you guys work on the same, I know you guys are spread out. Abdul works in San Diego, you work in San Francisco. How many
Mhm.
other people are there on your team?
Uh, it's me, Abdul, and we also have an art director, my friend Uliana. She's based out of Moscow, and
Mm,
she's a design tutor at the British Higher School of Design. It's like a design school in Moscow, Russia. It's a pretty cool design school,
mm-hmm.
and she's like a multifunctional designer and art director. So she's been working on the product as well.
Mm,
We're
okay.
also trying to bring a new art director at the moment, and probably one more developer. So it's just us for now.
Yeah, so just the three of you guys created the beta product that I'm testing right now,
Hmm.
which seems pretty good. It's pretty cool. I like the color. I like the animation. I like that. there's not too much going on in the screen. So you guys have that down. Do you plan to add more and more animation, more stuff for the characters to do? Um,
Mhm.
Besides the bath time, the meditation, the feeding, I think I saw.
Yeah, I guess the main. What would you say about the app? What feedback can you give to us? You tested it, and thank you so much for doing it. What do you think about it? Be very honest with that.
Yeah, I will be. That's
Critical.
one thing I can be. It's honest. I can be honest. So I like the game. It took me a little bit to figure out like the feeding time. So I did not know that I was to zoom in on the character to see where the person is standing and then rotate to find the food to feed them. So it just took me a little bit of time to figure out how to operate the game.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I'm sure that once that you get to the final product, it'll be fine. People
Thank
will know what it is. Yeah.
did you try any of those small meditations? We recorded them here in San Francisco. Just spent like 6 hours in the studio and rolled them ourselves at home.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. You guys did a great job with that one. I like
Mhm.
the voice of the lady that's telling you about meditation, and I also like that there wasn't a very long pause, that she was constantly talking.
Mhm.
But meditation, you're supposed to have like a pause, right? You're supposed to be able to
There's so
pause.
many different meditations, and there's so many different people who do meditation content. Before it was like, some YouTube videos, some like famous people, and now just every like, second the person in Los Angeles is recording meditations or something. I
Hmm.
think it became
Yeah,
very popular, and yeah, I think it's like a new form of like music or something.
yeah. The music is nice, is soothing. The voice as well, it just sinks. For me particularly, I know that if there was a silent moment there that was too long, I would have I would have gone into thinking of something else. So I like that the person was talking the entire time and just keeping you focused on what she was saying.
Mhm.
So you didn't have that disconnect, and the your thoughts were on the voice and on the music, which I think gives you space in your mind.
Hmm.
But that's different for people. You have to. So for people that have these rumination of the mind, it's going to be tough for them if there's a longer space. But if you don't have rumination and you can calm down and just listen to blank space, you're going to be fine. But for me, that works for me.
Mhm. Do
Yeah.
you use any of the meditation products or any like self-care apps?
Self care apps. No, I do not. So the thing that I do the most, because I have a very, very active mind, and I use my imaginations a lot. I rely heavily on my imagination. So anything that pauses that disrupts me.
Mm.
So what I try to do is when there's negativity going on in my mind, I try to change it quickly, just identify that something is wrong and then change my perception about that thing that's wrong. So that's how I operate. So if there's a space in my mind and I cannot imagine and picture things, um it's tough for me. It's a lifetime of just struggling, struggling, struggling.
That's great. It sounds like you
That's
have
how I cope.
a natural like anti antidote.
I hope so. I hope we could say that. Sometimes you forget and you just go downhill. And I forget that, oh, this is happening to me. Just change, change, change. And sometimes I remember and I'm able to change, and sometimes I forget.
That's very cool.
So
I think with meditation, there's just like so many different people who like different type of content. So
mhm.
ideally, I would think of something where people can create their own content and like have their own like meditation like rooms, or it could be like a social experience. Like you remember Clubhouse? Did you use that?
Is that a game? No.
Clubhouse was the app recently. It became very popular, like a audio chat rooms app where everyone during quarantine, I think everyone used it. It became
Hmm.
really popular, and then it became kind of like not popular.
Hmm. Okay, Clubhouse.
For
I
sure.
haven't heard of it.
They had rooms with you could create like a room and people could join you, and it's like an audio, like a live podcast with a like a bunch of people.
Oh, okay. Is this sort of like Discord?
Yeah, sort of like Discord, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I think it's very interesting in terms of this product that sometime in the future we can build something where people can have their own meditation spaces. I think that's
Mm.
pretty powerful, like social experiences when you can meet up with your friends and like do something together, like do like record some content or like I don't know, play music together.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, interaction is important, especially now. We've learned during this pandemic that people need interaction. We need to be able to interact with other people. So if you can create a space for people to go and interact with one another, that's great. So where do you see this product going in the future?
Mhm. Oh, that's a good question. To be very realistic, I think this product is going to be in launched at some point public. I hope like in the next 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just gonna see how our players like it or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just gonna change it accordingly to what people think, and we're gonna also continue developing features like add more meditations, integrate it maybe with Apple Watch or like Fitbit, so you can like track your stuff with
Mm-hmm.
the app together. Uh, yeah, stuff like that. But it's gonna be a mobile app in the next like couple years. Probably
Oh, okay.
in the future it can be something else.
Okay, nice, nice. This is such a great idea. You know, when I first heard it, I couldn't believe that there was something like that that was going on, and in the gaming industry.
Just
But
wanted
that,
to tell you, I you brought up at the beginning of the of our call the stuff about patent and the idea. So
hmm
this idea is actually there are already a bunch of apps on the App Store with the that are exactly with the same idea.
oh wow.
Let me find one. There's another app. You should reach out to him. It's called the Self Care Pet right here, Amaro or something.
Amara, okay.
I
Yeah,
recently
okay,
found it. Yeah, it's pretty much very similar.
okay,
Similar idea, yeah, but the interface is completely different. And there's also, I think, Fitbit, like this big company that is, I think, was acquired by Google, and now it's Google. They had something like that for Fitbit, like some Tamagotchi style, like virtual pets.
okay. Yeah, I have a Fitbit, but I don't remember seeing a meditation. Maybe I wasn't looking. I'm sure there is. It's there.
Oh, not
Um,
meditation. They had like just like a health tracking Fitbit pets or something. Fitbit.
oh, okay, okay. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Someone's trying to talk to you. So thank you for joining me.
That's Farnaz. That's my partner, and she recorded the meditations. That's her
Oh,
voice.
really? Oh, okay. I love her voice. Just tell her that.
Well, yeah.
Great, great, great. A lot of work. 6 hours in the studio. That's fantastic. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So thank you for joining me on this episode. I know that you guys have to go. I hope that when you release the product, I get to talk to you again at some point.
Mhm.
Um, go
Yeah,
ahead.
we should talk. Good luck to your podcast, and
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to see your new content.
Yeah, thank you so much. I hope it stays positive. All right.
Mhm.
Bye.